This is the Oakwyn Podcast, featuring Morgan Brown and Michaluk.
Hi, guys, and welcome to the Oakwyn Podcast. I am your host, Morgan Brown.
And I'm Michaluk, and we have a couple awesome and special guests with us today, all the way from Kelowna, and with the Ace Marketing Group. We have Chad MacTavish and Megan Michaluk. How are you guys doing today?
Very well.
We're
We're happy to be here.
So you guys, not a lot of people watch us on camera, so you have to talk back to us, because this is a podcast. No, we're so, okay, first of all, thank you for being on our podcast. I know there's a lot of people out there asking what is going on, what is our connection with Ace Marketing, what is to come, right? So first of all, let's just kind of set the ground and talk about what you guys are. Tell us a little bit about Ace.
So Ace is a full-fledged project marketing company.
Great.
So we start from the envisioning, the branding, working with developers, sales teams, setting up the whole vision from start to finish, from when a developer puts together a parcel of land,
Right.
all the way to marketing and brainstorming. Then we jump into putting together the product and unit mix, all the way to going to sale and then closing the homes when the project is finished. So we are a full stop shop for everything project marketing. We tend to look at projects 30 and above, all throughout the Okanagan,
Right.
And we dabble on Vancouver Island as well.
Wow. Kelowna, we were just in Kelowna to visit you guys,
Yes.
and it's changed so much.
And rapidly. And so
Yeah.
how many projects are you guys working on right now just in that kind of Kelowna area?
At the moment, we have about 7 projects that are active at the
Wow.
moment here in the Okanagan. That's excluding everything that we have going on the island and a couple potential new sites as well in the Surrey and Delta area.
Wow.
But every day, Chad and I are meeting with more developers. I mean, we're so lucky. It's such a great market to be in. I feel like, we're feeling very grateful, and we've had some huge success. The project that we have behind us is Water Street. We launched 2 of those towers last summer, and we will be launching that 3rd tower soon. So maybe this late summer, maybe early fall, but we're very lucky to have a very full project workload at the moment, with more and more coming down the pipe.
So how did Tower 1 and Tower 2 do?
Yeah, I think this is a big point here, guys. I think that one thing about Ace is they like to break records. So let's talk a little bit about what you guys did at that project.
So Tower 1 and 2, well, Water Street is kind of the feather in our cap.
Okay.
It is
Landmark.
such a huge project because of the Tower 2 being 42 stories. There was a lot of visibility, a lot of media coverage on it. Also, the great proximity. It's downtown. It's where everyone wants to be when they come to Kelowna in the summertime. It's right in front of the lake. So even our smallest units, the 1-bedroom units, had lake views on
Yes.
the lowest floor. So, very unique product. We worked our absolute buns off to have the success that we did with it, but Tower 1 was about 2 days. And
How many units was that it sold in
because
2
of that
days?
Huge success. There was 156.
It was
My
so fast.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I know one of your really
Yeah.
good team members, who's also a team member, but he said that it was like,
Yeah.
it was so busy. Like, you guys were so on it. It would have to be, you guys sold it that quick, right? Like, what was that like there? And how did Kelowna receive you as kind of the new bucks on the street?
Well, I think because we've all been in the project marketing industry for so long, and the team, the collective team has sold over 40 projects throughout the Okanagan. We were always working with other developers, kind of in the background, doing the setup, getting them going. So when we decided to do this on our own, we've been a part of this community for so long. It was kind of like a sigh of relief for developers, and it's just skyrocketed from there. With Tower 2, we had over 340 units, and we just hit 85%, which is unbelievable. We're pushing price points that Kelowna has never seen, and for all the Oakwinites to know that in terms of the project marketing world, when we look at all of the other project marketing companies, they're up here in the Lower Mainland. Last year, we sold by far the most amount of real estate, and it looks like we've already done, like we're already surpassing everyone this year, and that's not being cocky, it's just what's happening.
Oh, I love you.
That's so impressive. So how
can't
like what's the
handle
dollar? What's an estimated dollar volume of that first tower that was sold in 2 days? That's crazy to think of.
Isn't that crazy? I know.
So we're looking at about about 179 million.
170.
I like how he's like, it's just about 179 million.
That's crazy
Someone
to
would say
think that
180?
that kind of volume
checking.
of like, that volume of money is coming through in 2 days. Yeah. Crazy.
It's a leg for sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a really crazy. What do you think is the big difference between you and any of those other project marketing companies up there in Kelowna right now? What's the difference?
I think that the biggest difference, I mean, there's so much work out there, you know what I mean? There's so much happening.
Yes.
There's a major supply and demand issue, like there is in most places in Canada at the moment, especially British Columbia. But I think what's really unique about Ace Project Marketing is our team. It's our team. And I think it's the same reason why we are so connected and so thrilled to be partnering with Oakwyn, because there's so many commonalities there. We're a young, extremely hardworking, motivated, ambitious, but also like, good people. You know what I mean? We are good people. We want to work with good people. Want to work with integrity and positivity, and we really do care about our clients, the developers, the buyers. We really do genuinely care. It isn't just about dollars and selling. We form relationships that are going to endure, and I think that's what is unique about us.
That was amazing. I also think that from point of contact, as a smaller company that's growing very large very quickly, we're being very careful about the developers and the developments we work with. If we don't think we can be 100% successful, or we think that another agent or marketing company can do better, we're happy to pass that on and focus on what we know we're good at, or projects that make sense for us and for us to show everybody in the Lower Mainland. So we're hitting it the nail on the head each time.
What I noticed when we went down to Kelowna to visit you guys is like you created such a cool experience. Their presentation center was like spectacular. It was very, very well presented, and they had this outdoor component that they did for COVID, for their lineups with like a tent. You remember? I was just like, this is so inventive.
Yes.
And created such a and you were telling us about the events that we were throwing there, and it was like an outdoor style, and I was just like, these guys figure out the solutions and create this amazing experience. And then Chad took us around town. We did a walk.
Basically made us buy things.
Yeah, we did a walking. It was funny. We did
Chad, costing us a fortune.
We did a walking tour with Chad about what towers are going up in downtown Kelowna and how the landscape has changed, and and how proud he was to be kind of an integral part of shaping that part of the city. And I was just
being
like,
a part
man,
of it. Yes,
this guy's got it unlocked.
I think what really stood out to me when we were there, and I just recently was up visiting you guys, and their new kind of sales center is beautiful, people, and that is so Oakwyn. Everyone knows that. It's very beautiful in there. So it's incredible. But I think the biggest thing that stood out to me was your family vibe. Like, you guys are close. Like, I didn't realize, and we're like that too at Oakwyn. We really get to know each other, understand each other's rhythms, even with agent to agent, and you guys do that beautifully. And so I think it's so nice to see that as a collective, you guys are bringing in great talent, and I know Oakwyn agents can really rely on the service that you guys are going to provide to them as well, because right now it's hard to get things in Kelowna. And I think this is a great advantage for any Oakwyn agents that are looking to expand their portfolio a little bit more.
Right. Yeah. So can you tell us why we should invest in a pre-sale with Ace if we're from Vancouver? Why should we invest in a Kelowna project?
Let me take it or do you want to? Okay, so, well, the best part about this new relationship that's coming on board is that out of all the other brands, we know that Oakwyn and Oakwinites understand presale. And what they don't know, they'll reach out and we can give them as much information. The best part about working with us together is that we're creating Oakwyn Okanagan up here for Penticton, Vernon, Peachland, Summerland, and bringing you guys product that you'll be able to see first, as well as you'll get to invest first. So when we have a list of 150 units, it's going to you guys. We'll do private events. We'll be down there. We'll be really working it so you guys get first kick at the can. And these will be private events for you and your clients, so we're not throwing it out there for everybody. There is no other relationship that is more important than you guys in the Lower Mainland to work with us. So we're going to be opening the doors that way, and that was part of this relationship starting. So we had a huge core of people that we could work with together and get these things done quickly and efficiently, so developers keep hiring us and product goes to you first.
Oh, that's amazing.
Also, I'm known for rambling. For setting up anytime.
No, Chad. We need rambling on podcasts. I don't know if you listen to podcasts.
I don't know. Literally, all we do is ramble.
Yeah, all we do is ramble.
Literally, we just ramble.
Tell me about like why should we invest in
Kelowna?
Like why should we
what's the
invest in
What's the
Okanagan?
advantage?
Like
Yes.
are the rentals good? Is there appreciation? What is it?
Yes, vacancy. What is it?
So there is, Kelowna is the fastest growing urban market in Canada,
Wow.
as I'm sure you're all well aware.
I
So
was not aware.
There's a lot that it has to offer here. Oh no, well now you know.
We keep saying it anyways.
All right.
Yeah, we're convincing everyone. It is the fastest growing place to go right now, people.
Right.
So good.
Okay.
So in terms of investment, it is, in my mind, one of the biggest reasons why I feel like it's a safe bet. You look to other development in the city, like is there, the hospital situation, the school situation. Those are major indicators of a thriving economy, and in my opinion, a great place to invest. And the UBC Okanagan campus is being constructed downtown, just a 5-minute walk from our ACE headquarters here, which are also in part the Oakwyn headquarters.
Our new headquarters in Kelowna. It's like
you're
right next.
Yeah, that's right.
So they're building lots of infrastructure.
Campus, yeah.
Tons.
Yeah, exactly. You just during like the mass exodus that COVID brought to some of your major urban areas like Vancouver and Toronto, we are seeing a lot of those people leaving those urban areas because they are now able to work remotely, whereas maybe their employers weren't allowing them to live that way before. And so instead of living in in those major metropolises, they have decided to pack up and, live somewhere where there's the lake and mountain biking and hiking and vineyards and all of these beautiful things, more nature surrounding you and just having that quality of life, so this is the big draw for Kelowna.
Big time.
Well, when I was there was like concrete getting poured at every block. And I was like, what the heck is happening? And then I think what was so incredible was I was able to go and see one of your recent, I guess the pre-sales that will be put in. And there were micro suites. And it was like the amount of energy that went like from, I think number one, that's going to sell so fast. It's incredible. But they're thinking of creative ways of living. And that's something that Kelowna has really brought. For instance, these micro suites are like, what is it? 350 square feet.
Can you share a little bit about what these are?
So the 314 square feet. This building, it's called Five Crossings. Five Crossings is the first of almost a 2-block land assembly, which will have towers, which will have 6 crossings, 7 crossings, 8 crossings, very similar buildings. But these are heavy rich amenities buildings. So anything you could think of, they have it because they are a smaller space to live. Everything is compact the right way. Tables come down, beds come out. It's the best part of living when you want to be outside, and if you don't want to be in your living space all the time, there's reading lounges, there's upstairs yoga, there is
crazy.
What else is there?
Yeah, there's just basically the entire rooftop is just jam-packed with amenities. It's also a very tech savvy building.
Yes, it's
so
tech savvy.
There's a lot of really cool features with that. Yeah. So, and there's a gym and this full of like the Peloton equipment and things like that. So it's basically providing a product for people that otherwise cannot get their foot in the door in this market right now. So it's creating high density, affordable accommodation that is high quality, but just that smaller footprint. So I think we're,
and they have like
really
Amazon package,
with this product.
Amazon package. I thought this is so great, like, right? They're like little lockers, and you go into it with your phone. It's so cool.
Really?
Like, it's like everything is really. It reminds me a lot of how Silicon Valley has done some of their buildings. They really took from that tech and brought it in, which is amazing. I think that's gonna. Plus, I will say, if you have not any Oakwynite agent that's out there that has not looked at what the Okanagan is doing in development with amenities, with recreational places, like some of the infrastructure you're talking about, do that, because it's impressive. There's going to be stadiums. It's full of a growing city, right? So
yeah, a lot of my clients that I've worked with for many, many years are asking, like, what's going on in the Okanagan? Like, is this a good place to go and invest in? And having like a resource like ACE with us is a great what we call a call to opportunity, where you can call and reach out to your investor clients, or you can reach out to people, your family members and people that you know about, opening them to the idea of owning an investment property in downtown Kelowna or in the Okanagan or other periphery markets. I feel like real estate is becoming less hyper local, and kind of looking at it from that perspective is something that some people are excited to do, and we're starting to do that a little bit for ourselves as well.
We are. We're like Kelowna. We're coming up right now. So tell us a little bit about. I mean, for AS Marketing, you guys are obviously at the spearheading this kind of pre-sale up in Kelowna. Obviously, our agents are able to come to you guys directly, get in the doors before anyone else, right? That's a huge
advantage, yeah.
Huge advantage.
Right.
It's a huge advantage. What is the most ideal relationship with an Oakwyn agent on your guys' side?
Do you want me to take this? Yeah. I think we have one office open right now. We have tons of presentation centers. Honestly, we're watching Slack every day. We're going to be posting quite a bit. So just reaching out, especially to get to know the agents that want to do business up here. Reach out, come see us. When we launched the first and second tower, you guys had vans, buses, which we weren't allowed because of COVID,
right.
but coming up here to see us, which was incredible. So I think it's just honestly just reaching out, coming to see us, see what we do, and look at when you're going through your clients. Right now, Megan said we have 7 active projects. We have about 15 others that are signed that will be being released in the next, between this fall to next year. These are all huge projects. So work with us to work with you by looking at the timelines. So instead of Fred and Sally buying maybe a last unit right now in a building, they can get ready for the summer, fall, spring with us and know what's coming out. So you can put them into the right product that matches their lifestyle the best. So, just to come visit us, or just to set up a call with me tonight.
Yeah,
we're happy to do it.
That's great.
And on that note, we are getting an ACE app that should be done here in the next month or so, just because we do have so much product and a good variety of products as well in various locations in British Columbia. Like Chad was saying, you might have, like, obviously every buyer has specific needs, or maybe they're just an investor who wants like the safest bet for, building the most equity or whatever that looks like. But because we have so much going on, this ACE app will showcase all of our different projects so that people can a lot more easily, navigate through those different projects. And of course, any of us are happy, like Chad said, to hop on a call or a Zoom or whatever at any time.
That's awesome. Like, because we've all been in that position before, us agents, where we get excited about a project, we start telling our clients about it, and we show up at the first day and they don't give us a unit to buy.
Sold.
Or they're all sold, and all the units we liked were all gone. So is that going to happen here with us, with you guys?
So you're going to make sure that doesn't happen, right, guys?
So honestly, like I said, that's why we're looking at doing more private events instead of going out to every single and stuff and using that huge database of realtors that everyone's kind of grown, and especially us as a project marketing company. We'll do private events. We'll go out. We'll give a good grace period for you guys to make your decision if you want to buy personally or with your clients, and then we'll jump into the regular database and everything else. So remember too, because we only, with these buildings, we want to make sure we do get locals and everybody else involved. There'll be, we'll section off an amount, and as we go through the process, you can keep bringing in buyers, but we also want to make sure we're not over-promising and under-delivering. So we'll be working with you as much as we can to make sure we guarantee the product and also represent the developers the right way as well, because a lot of these, we want to work with the developers to hit their goals as well. So we'll be very candid and open about what's coming to the market and what we can bring to you.
Oh, transparency.
Awesome.
We love it.
Yeah.
What is so cool, people out there that are listening, is that there is something for everyone in this ACE project. ACE. I want to be like ACE Project Marketing Media. Like, it's so good. Everything, there's so much. There's projects in a ski resort. There's projects in Rutland, kind of random area, but really cool area that is upcoming. There's something right in downtown Kelowna.
You have a pretty diverse portfolio.
It's very diverse. So, like, for instance, I'm going to give you guys, people that are out there, people are planning their client appreciation events for their clients right now, and I've noticed that. I'm doing the same thing with my team. Little tip to all those Oakwinites. I'm bringing all these projects to them at that client appreciation event. That is how I'm doing it. I'm showing it so that they have something to look at, and maybe they might want to buy one at this at the client appreciation event, right? There's projects that are out there. So make sure you reach out to these two at ACE and get to know each project individually, so that there's something for, you guys have tons of clients out there. There's going to be one thing that will be attractive to others over it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think it's something to have that ability to have that diversity of product. And I think especially a lot of Vancouver agents, most of the people that listen to the podcast are Vancouver realtors.
Yes.
So, basically when your clients are kind of accustomed to, Vancouver or downtown pricing, and then they kind of hear about what's being offered in Kelowna in a great central location with a new university coming up, with a new hospital and infrastructure and a fast-growing city, and they're accustomed to Vancouver prices, you give them some Kelowna prices, it's pretty reasonable and attractive for a lot of, from a perspective for a lot of investors that we have, and it's a great opportunity to kind of move into the different markets, and specifically having that diversity is a cool thing. But I'm very curious from you guys. I want to hear about your story. Like, what's the story of ACE? How did it come together? Like, why did it come together?
Yeah.
What did you identify as the need? Like, there's a lot of questions there, but the story, I want to know
the
the
story
origin.
of you
the origin
two,
story.
of what has happened.
Yeah.
For the story, well, just to kick it off, I have to thank Donovan, who is on your team, Morgan. Donovan actually brought us to Oakwyn and helped us seal the deal. So just to throw that out there. But also, Donovan is incredible. But in terms of ACE, so ACE has, I think we're hitting about 35 people in our group, which is pretty amazing. That's salespeople, marketing coordinators, PR reps, designers, project directors, just a bunch of amazing people. A lot of us have been together between 12 to 15 years. So when Morgan says it's a family, we've all been together a really long time. Traveled around Canada, the US, tons of projects in the North Shore, Lower Mainland, and a lot up here. ACE is a group of people that were working with other developers under their flagship that decided that we wanted to do something a little different and put all of our skill sets that we've learned from working with so many big companies like Ani, Fairborn, Ritz-Carlton, Four Seasons, some of the biggest brands, come together to do something a little more local and with have a lot of heart behind it. Most of us, like I said, have been together a long time. Do you want to take the rest? So I don't go on a 45-minute spiel.
You guys have been really close. You guys have been together for a long time, right? You two, specifically. You guys have been friends for a long time, right?
No, Chad and I have definitely known each other for quite quite a long time. Most of the people within ACE do have quite a long history with one of the partners, whether that's Chad or Madeline or Todd. And I guess just touching on what Chad said, every one of us brings to the table a very extensive and long history in property development in some capacity. Like myself, I started out in interior design and kind of shifted gears and took on different roles throughout my last 15 years of that. But we're all very unique characters, and you know, we create this little odd but hardworking and a fun little family, and we bring a very niche skill set to the table, and I think collectively it's just made us, you know, a bit of a powerhouse. I feel like the future is very bright for us right now. So we're very grateful.
The quality of the branding that you guys do for every project,
so
like just behind you, Water Street by the park, it's next level, I think, in terms of quality and how it's kind of being positioned in Okanagan. I think you guys are really at the forefront there. Like, what does branding mean to you guys, and like, why is that important?
Branding is the most important thing in terms of bringing out a new development to market, to make sure we have proper renderings, to make sure that the written speech is something that connects with the buyer as well as tells the developer story. So when it comes to marketing, we do extensive marketing sessions. We work with the developer, we work with the area and figure out what represents them truly, and then we try to put it in life in paper and as well as renderings. You'll notice with all of our projects, we make sure to spend the money on renderings and PR. So even last week, we did a groundbreaking at 5 crossings. We were picked up by over 12 media stations. We had about 10 articles written about us, reels, different media that we wouldn't get if we didn't have a relationship with PR companies. So in terms of just what we do different is making sure that we check every single box off for any budget with these developers, so they're getting the best bang for their buck, and we're creating the relationships that'll keep bringing you product and keep the relationship going with us from the moment we design the logo to the end when we're giving the keys and the welcome package to the buyers.
Well, and the execution is just
4 or 5
done so well. Like, you know, the proof was in the pudding when we went to Kelowna to visit your sites and everything like that. It was just lots of attention to detail.
Yes.
You know, and you know, openly, I probably about 5 or 6 or 7 years ago, I'm sure you guys weren't involved in this. I went to visit a few other presentation centers in Kelowna, and also like saw some of the branding, if you can call it branding, and it was quite quite hokey, and it's really like, I think you guys have really evolved it quite substantially from where it standed, you know, even 5 or 6 years ago, which is like amazing to see and really, really cool.
First of all, I think it's all about the people. You guys do it. Number one, you guys do an incredible job. I think your tonality with what you're bringing out, there's a story behind everything. But I really want to know more about you guys. I want to know more about you. So I'm going to play a little quiz here so that people really understand who you are. Because, yes, you're not just... You are doing an incredible thing. Oakwinites, you're going to get in, okay? Just so you know, you're going to get in. Get to know these people. Get up to Kelowna. Stop by. Let's get to know Chad and Megan. I'm like, Meg? We call, like, anyway, there's some Meg and Mad and everything. Okay, do you guys have animals?
I do. I have a Great Dane named Atlas.
Ooh.
And I have the sweetest puppy, Reggie. He's a little English Cocker Spaniel.
Oh, see, they're dog lovers,
We get
people.
40 videos a day.
So where were you guys born?
We do love that.
Where were you guys born? Where do you grow up?
Regina, Saskatchewan.
And Grandview, Manitoba.
See?
I'm a farm
Very
girl.
cool. Get to know your people
Prairies,
here.
yeah.
Okay, and my last question is, what's your favorite dish? Your dish. Your favorite food. What's your favorite food, guys? And your favorite drink. You may as well start with that too. Your drink and your food.
Italian. Negroni is my drink, and I like Italian. That's why I have so many chins.
The pasta.
You know, I love food, but if I had a drink that I had to like marry myself to, it would probably be an Aperol spritz. And same thing. I love salad. I was in Italy a few summers ago before COVID took over, and it is a dream of mine to have a pied de terre in Italy.
Oh,
Not
wow.
a dream, just a vision. That's right.
Yeah, Morgan likes Jaeger bombs. That's her favorite thing.
First of all, who doesn't like a
I
good
saw her
who
birthday
doesn't like a
picture.
good Yagi? But actually, lately I've been into smoked Negronis.
Smoked?
Smoked Negronis.
I thought you don't like barbecue.
yeah, smoked Negronis
Oh,
is
cool.
mine.
That's awesome.
And of course, a good margarita.
Yeah.
You gotta get good margarita.
Right. So, is there anything you guys want to tell to our listeners, or about something that's coming up, or yeah?
Yeah. What should people
Yes.
stay
what should we-
tuned
Guys,
for?
so I think what I would really like everybody to know is that in terms of, so a lot of people are working with clients that have development land and developers. If you have any questions, or if you want to bring on a development, we partner with tons of different realtors, but we'd love to partner with Oakwyn Realtors. So if you have a developer that has a site up here, we can work out a program that we can bring it on together. You show it to your clients down there, and we make sure it's marketed and sold like no other. So that's super important to understand, that we don't take away when you bring to us. We help build a brand and a vision, so you can keep getting developments with our help and working together. I also want to let you guys know that in terms of those 15 that we have signed coming up, we have a large project in Blind Bay. We have 2 new projects coming up this winter in Big White. We have 2 towers in Langford. And a bunch of stuff in Langford. We are looking at working with some developers that have some towers in White Rock, which is probably a year or 2 away, but it takes a long time to set these things up. We have a few more towers coming up downtown, which is what people want to look at, because remember, we have the brand new vertical university that's going right downtown Kelowna.
Yes.
Right downtown Kelowna. We have a tower in Penticton and a few other large sites in Penticton. And a smaller development in Oliver. So these are tons of stuff that's coming out. You're going to see them in the rollout. But we're pretty much, Summerland and Peachland, we have some smaller stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean the list is quite long at the moment.
Sorry.
So also just to Blind Bay. Blind Bay is a beautiful little spot out at Shoe Swap, which is an absolute summer paradise. That their market, there's the same thing. There's no supply and a huge demand. So we're in some of the hottest little pockets throughout British Columbia. So just let us know what you're looking
That's
for.
awesome.
And chances are we probably have some.
we
Yeah, I
are-
have a question for you. So, like, let's say I'm a realtor, then I know a developer, and that is looking to do a project in downtown Kelowna. What's the relationship that you take with that agent? Like, how do you guys work with them?
So right now, Megan has just taken on a role as head of business development. So if you have a developer or you have a site, give us a call, send us all the statistics. We're not here to take anybody's listing or to take a developer from them. We only want to enhance the whole situation. So if you do have a developer that has a site, or you have a land parcel that you're putting together, you can give us a shout, let us know the details, and we're happy to kind of go through the numbers and kind of break it down so you can successfully bring on that development, and hopefully it works out that we are the sales and marketing team that work with you to do it. Up in the Okanagan, we definitely can probably give more insight than most, as well as we do focus on the island as well, which we're happy to help with any project that you're trying to bring on board, as long as it's kind of 30 and above. We're happy to talk about anything less, but it's in terms of getting a full marketing company engaged, it does cost money to get the prices that we want to get for the developer. So that's kind of the roundabout way. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I think it's definitely a topic that probably requires a little more clarification. You know what I mean? But just essentially, we are partnered with Oakwyn. We want to work together in various capacities. We're open to all the dialogue. If anyone has any more questions in further detail about the developer or development, land assemblies, etc., that conversation, we'd be happy to hop on a call and
Really,
talk
what
through
we were
that.
saying to me, guys,
Don't
is
say
that
no to
you
a project.
are, yeah, don't say no to a project.
Yeah.
Bring it to Ace, bring it to them, because they're the hidden
No.
ace. Because they're the hidden ace.
Right?
I knew that was
I
coming.
really-
They're the ace in the hole.
I
they
wanted to
say.
say that for like 15 years.
Yeah.
Like, I've been wanting to say that
Yeah.
since I met you.
Yeah.
Like, when can I say they're the
Ace
hidden
and-
ace?
yeah.
When?
But it's it's also that you guys are so humble to take a team approach and involve the agents alongside of you guys doing the development and doing the discovery with the developer. I think being able to bring some expertise into your meeting with you when you're meeting with those developers is going to be key. Having Chad and Megan enter in with
You're
a
going to
meeting,
win, guys. You're
you
going to
guys
win.
are more likely to win and have some clout with some
Yes.
experience, which is fantastic, and what a great resource. We just want to thank you guys so much for being in our podcast, being a part of our community. And what's the best way in which we can reach out to Chad and Megan?
Yeah.
Our contact details are online, but it's simple. It's Megan at aceprojectmarketing.com or Chad at aceprojectmarketing.com.
Yep.
Yeah.
You call
Oh, so
anytime.
simple.
Anytime.
Especially Megan.
Well, guys, thank you so much for your time. I'm really looking forward to seeing your faces a lot more into our
Right.
community here at Oakland. We are so excited to have you on board. We are pumped to just innovate and collaborate and to get this done. So thanks again. And we look forward to see you very soon when the sun is shining up in Kelowna.
That's right. Yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for listening to the Oakwyn podcast featuring Chad and Megan from Ace Marketing today. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the podcast. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please do us a huge favor.
And rate us 5 out of 5 on that platform of choice.
Yeah, and write us a little review and say how good-looking Chad is and how... No, I'm just joking.
Hey, it's right how good looking Megan is.
Yeah, Chad and Megan. So...
I like to compliment the lady.
yeah, that's the flow here.
Well, and
yeah.
also, if you'd like to get more information about Oakwyn, or you just have some questions about this conversation, feel free to go to the oakwyn.com/join and put in that message box Evolve 2022.
And you will receive a free piece of mystery swag.
Thanks
okay,
so much,
thanks so much for listening, guys.
guys. Thank
Okay, take
you.
care. See ya.